nobody else. No, I ain't tryna be like nobody else. No, I ain't tryna be like nobody else. Cause I'm having too much fun tryna be myself. No, I'm not the type of chick that like to follow trends. I got a small circle, no, don't need a lot of friends. You know I gotta get this money cause I like to spend. I see you haters watching, so I just give you a grin.
How you guys doing? It's your girl I'm here with another episode of Justheretovent. First of all, I don't even know where to start with this story because I'm upset. It's funny, and I don't know how to feel. There's so many layers. There's so many elements, and I'm telling you guys this story because this is going to hopefully, help some of you guys that are out there a little confused. You guys hear me moving around, looking for my blood. That's why. That's what's going on here. Trying to figure out where my marijuana is. I'll get through this story. Okay, bam. So, I was talking to this guy. I met him on Snapchat, first of all. All right? Now, some people might say that's a red flag. I mean, people online date all the time. Whatever the case may be, I don't know how we ended up being friends on Snapchat. I don't know how it happened, but I know he was, liking every picture, the same thing, thirsty niggas do. Whatever. Liking every picture, whatever. Cool. Now, at that time, I was talking, feeling somebody else, so I'm not really giving him a play. So then when I finally decided to give him some play, I felt like, okay, we had already exchanged numbers all of this throughout this time. I would say at least a little over a year. You know what I'm saying? Where we actually have exchanged numbers, I chit-chatted, we text, whatever. But I really start trying to really, pursue nothing until I was like, all right, I'm not talking to nobody right now, so I'm going to try to see what's going on. And then, he seemed like somebody that was interested in me clearly, so it's like, whatever. All right, cool. So I see him. I go home for my birthday in March. Pisces, gang. It's like, no. But no, I go home for my birthday. It's my first time, seeing him or whatever. Cool, whatever. It's a good time, I'm thinking he's better looking in person. I'm like, cool, he look better in person. He said I look better in person. Whatever. We just chopping it up. He's telling me about his baby mom and, whatever. I'm telling him a little bit about my situation, my life, whatever. Thinking it's cool, Now, prior to that, via text, he's saying all of the right things. Oh, I'm ready to settle down. And he looking for X, Y, and Z. And, the only thing that was to turn off was he was like, I want another kid. And I'm on the fence about having more kids. I don't really want more kids. You know what I'm saying? However, I'd be willing to pop out one more for the right person. But I'm not really looking, to have any more kids. All right, bam. So now we fast forward to after my birthday. Then he comes out here to come see me. Now, here's the first red flag, right? He comes out here on my buddy passes. Now, those of you who don't know, I work for American Airlines. I do, whatever. Long story short, he came out here on my buddy passes. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to make him give me the money, whatever. Now, the amount I charged him, he gave me $50 less than what he was supposed to. Now, he says, oh, I'm going to pay you. I'm going to give you the rest of the money cash app. I ain't thinking nothing of it because it's $50. So I'm not thinking anything of that. That's nothing. My tank, I need at least $60, honestly, to fill up my tank. But that's neither here nor there. I'm still not thinking nothing of it, right? Until he leaves. And then, I give it 4 to 5 days and I hit him. I'm like, what you forgot? You still ain't never sent my money. I crack a little joke, say, hey, I'm going to pull up. He's like, oh, that's what I want you to do. Basically just, putting me off to the side again. All right, cool. I don't say nothing else about that. Now we're in discussions of our next time, hanging out, meeting up, whatever. It ends up being Atlanta. Now, I give him some dates to say yes to. Now, in my mind, I'm like, if he say yes to these dates, I'm going to ask him, do he want to meet in Atlanta? Because I wanted to go to Atlanta. I never really get to go there to sightsee. I'm always going there with a purpose or a destination, so I'm like, this would be cool. It had turned out that he also was going to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? He said that his nephew was having a game. I guess he played some type of sport. I don't know if it was basketball, football. I honestly don't. I'm going to be honest, I don't remember. But he said he was going there. and that, he's going to be there that weekend. Now, mind you, as soon as he told me he's going to be there that weekend, I started calling around, asking like, hey, who could trade shifts with me this day? I started, doing my thing. I got to do my job to get the shifts switched. I done worked 118, I think maybe 115. I ain't going to overdo it. It was 115 hours I done worked, you know what I'm saying, to be able to have these 4 days off consecutively, okay? Me and him is talking pretty much every day leading up into this Atlanta trip, okay? Now, the day before is when he started to get a little scarce, but it's not unlikely scarce because he'd already don't text like, I'm wanting, but I'm trying to like play a new role. I'm trying to like, really fall back, trying to go with the flow of things, not be my obsessive self that I usually am when I first, talk to a guy, not like a guy, I'm just an obsessive person, whatever. I'm really trying to fall back and fall back and fall back and fall back, trying to, just kind of move how he moving, whatever. So Thursday comes around. I think I said good morning to him. He said good morning to me hours later. So I'm chalking it up to, because when he came out here, the day that he came out here was the same way. I didn't really hear from him until it got close to him, time for him getting ready to go to the airport. So I'm thinking it's going to be the same type of scenario. All right, cool. So then we had, now mind you, before all of this, I know I keep going back. That's because I keep remembering shit. Before the day of, we already had plans of what we was going to do out there, when we was going to meet at, you know what I'm saying? We already had all of that planned out. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had decided I was going to be picking him up from the airport. All of these things were decided. Now, keep in mind, I had got the Airbnb for myself. When he said that he wanted to stay with me, I paid. Well, no, that's a lie. I had already paid for an extra person to be there unbeknownst to him. Let me be clear, because I don't like to lie on nobody. I had already paid. So then when he told me he wanted to stay with me, I told him like, hey, I already paid for an extra person, so it was cool. And he was just like, oh, you smart, whatever. We joke. I'm really thinking that me and him is not even necessarily hitting it off, but we're liking each other and we're vibing. That's the vibe that I'm getting. Like, I feel like he like me, I like him, we both like to joke, got a good sense of humor. I was kind of, happy about his parents still being together. That's kind of something we had in common. I really was just trying to give him a real fair chance, a full chance, and be really transparent and open. All right. Now back to the fucking trip. So I get to Atlanta a couple days before, whatever, and I'm staying at, my people's house or whatever. She watching my son. All right, cool. Day of, I'm not hearing from him, like I said, text good morning. That was the last text we got. All right, cool. So then it gets closer to the time. I text him, jokingly. I'm like, yo, why are you ignoring me? LOL. You know what I'm saying? Then he was like, I was just ripping and running all day trying to get all of this stuff. He said, I've been ripping and running trying to get everything ready for this flight. These are his words. I'm like, all right, cool. And then he asked me what I was doing. I told him, like, hey, I'm looking for something to eat. But I was in a dead area, so my text is just going to him green, like text messages, because I got an iPhone, for those of you who don't know. So I'm like, all right, my message is going to him green, so whatever. Cool. Then he's like, I say like 45 minutes, an hour later, he was like, I'm on the train on my way to the airport. That's what he says to me. That's the last text message I got from this man, everybody. That's the last text message I got from this man. He said he was on his way to the airport. I never heard from him again. I'm halfway hoping that the plane crashed. I'm halfway hoping that there was a fucking accident, a delay, something. That's what I'm halfway thinking at the time of me realizing that he... So I get to the airport. Mind you, I'm still going to the airport because I didn't know any difference of a plan. I wasn't told that you weren't coming. You didn't say anything to me, right? Now, prior to all of this, you done went through all of this hoop line and talked all of this shit of, oh, I don't like nobody that's going to lie to me. Nobody that's not going to be loyal, this and the third. Not only that, you describing yourself, so what you don't like yourself because you clearly are a liar. Then... what I'm confused about is I ain't even gonna break it down to say you ain't had a buddy. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm a very understanding person. The reason I'm upset is because of that. It's because I'm an understanding person, and not only did you not even get the chance to experience that, but you really fuck shit up over $50, number one. Number two, you couldn't even be man enough to have any type of explanation for me. And then it's just like, you just go ghost for what purpose? I'm so confused. I'm just like, I know that there's nothing that I could have done wrong in this situation, because I just know. And the reason I'm really upset, everybody, is because when it comes to having sex with people, I try to stay in a familiar area. And when I say familiar, I don't mean family, no incest, dirty shit. I mean, like, I usually end up dealing with people that I dealt with already prior. You know, if I need to get some action, I'll probably go to someone I've already let bed me before. It has been 7 years, everybody. It's been 7 long years since I've had a new sexual partner. Like a real new sexual partner. 7 goddamn years. I let my guard down. And this is the result of that. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to get over it. It ain't like I was like 1,000% invested, but I definitely was in there at least 60%. You know what I'm saying? And for me, that's a fucking lie, because I already don't like human beings as is. I let you in my home, I let you in my space, and I already don't like people. I don't have company. Anybody who knows me knows I don't have company. I don't have people over. I don't like people. I don't even go outside. I have social anxiety super bad. And I'm just, it's like when things like this happen, it makes me want to just like, this is the reason why it made me remember, like, why I stay to myself, and like why I don't give people a chance, and why it's like, oh, all the stuff people be saying, yeah, y'all all want to deal with me and talk to me until y'all get what y'all want, I guess, or until y'all get in my face. Like, it's all about what I look like, I guess. Like, that's all you mother lovers care about is my looks, not realizing I have so much more to bring to the table, if not everything. But it's his loss, man. I just wish he at least wasn't, like, coward enough to, like, at least give me an explanation, because I really thought that me and him, like, was, you know, trying to establish something. I really thought that. I guess I'm boo-boo the fucking fool again. But the crazy thing is like, you still looking at my stories. You still following me. Like, I'm not going to block you, because for what? I don't expect you to hit me up because you couldn't even respond. My thing is, if you didn't have the money to get the flight, if you never had got the flight, if the game got canceled, if plans changed, what was so hard of just saying that to me? Why just get ghost? That just doesn't make sense to me. That's real cowardly, but you live and you learn. I just wanted to put this out there as a cautionary tale. Like, you really cannot give people a chance. It seems like I date down. I try to lower my standards, and that's still not working. I try to higher my standards. That still doesn't work. So what that leads me to believe is taking my sister's advice. It's time for me to just continue dating my damn self. And that's all I got for y'all. Because, whew, niggas ain't but hoes, and you already know it. And I know one thing, I won't be letting nobody else even get close to any of this goodness that I have over here. I'm going to see you on the next video. Please hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share if you care, tell me your thoughts. And I'll see you guys in the next joint.